Howdy, hey folks, Jesse here, and today it is another Digimon TCG match, gameplay, what have ya. And today I am playing Fenriloogamon, or Fenrir, however you're supposed to say it. Is the hottest deck out of BT14 if you didn't know, and I am very excited to play it. I'm still currently trying out, and trying to figure out what I all like in the deck so far. So you are going to see, I think, Gazimons in the rookie lineup. I do believe that those are going to be coming out for some form of Fastgomon, either ST14 or BT13, but we can talk more about that if I decide to do a deck profile. And I suppose I should talk about what my opponent is playing. He is playing the new Greymon stuff out of BT14. A heavy emphasis on the secret rare Greymon and Greymon X, WarGreymon and WarGreymon X antibody as well. Now to actually talk about what's going on in the game. So we use Loogamon's start of main phase to slot AG from our hand under to gain a memory. We are now just thinking about our plays. Our opponent has set up two mental training, not mental trainings, offense trainings, and we have a wisdom training set up, as well as Drakmon, which revealed a wisdom and two Howdy. We are going to use the wisdom training to turn Drakmon into Fenriloogamon, which is an on play or when attacking, not once per turn, by the way. Bowmon is not restricted to like when you trash a card through the Digimon that it's under's effect, you know? So swinging with this Fenriloogamon, I can trash a card from my hand, because the trash, no matter what, is mandatory. Grabbing back something is also mandatory. But you know, if there was nothing to grab back, then it'd be realistically what I should have done here was just stay in the raising. But yeah, oh well. Fenriloogamon is going to die, and our opponent hit the security Greymon out of the starter deck. So he is going to play out the BT12 tie. And then we are going to go Loogamon, swing, gain a memory, and draw one. Since we have AG in our sources, we're going to go into Loogamon, which is going to grab back a Loogamon and get us two draws as well. We're going to build quite a big hand in this game while failing to set up our security in the way possible, in the best way possible, I should say. Our opponent's just going to Evo in the back and call it good there. We're just going to set up a Loogamon in the back and Analog Youth, which, by the way, don't know whatever happened to my playset. I had to pick up an entirely new playset. I'm mad about it. Now we're seeing a Greymon X here. My opponent used a training, and I told him, dude, that's dumb. Just what? Just take it back. Put it back on your board. I don't care. He's going to then use that training properly to go into Metal Greymon for one, going into Alterius mode, and then into X antibody. So this thing is going to be large, quite large indeed. Slotting the X antibody under, as you can see, our hand here is ginormous. It's huge. Holy smokes. Going to play out the tie through the EX1 Greymon Inheritable. And then we're going to, through X antibody, Evo for 4 into WarGrey X. It's going to be, I believe, 16k for 2 checks using the tie for an additional one. Now you'll notice that my opponent did not draw off the Koromon, but there he goes, he drew off the Koromon. He forgot and remembered at the end of attack, which not correct, but hey, we get that all fixed up. Alright, so staying at 0 memory, I believe my opponent is just going to drop the BT1 tie. Indeed, yes he is. We're going to bring out the Loogamon. We're going to choose to go with an edgy out of hand, primarily for the fact that our hand is starting to get clumped up. It's let's get some cards out of there. We have easy ways to recycle our Loogamons and then therefore recycle our edgies. How do you say his name? I don't know. I have not read any of Seekers. I just like a little wolfy boy. We're really just trying to decide on how we want to do this. We have 5 memory to work with, which is quite a lot. Because if we can get into Fenrir this turn, that essentially gives us 8 memory to work with by, you know, turning the end of turn condition to sending my opponent to 3 memory instead of 1. I mean, realistically, we have 8 memory to work with anyway, since he now has the memory setter. Currently at 1 memory, discarding the Fenriloogamon. These names are way too similar, man. The Fenriloogamon, draw 1, gain 1. And then Fenriloogamon, when Digivolving will happen because of Valmon allowing us to Digivolve. We're going to play out Fenriloogamon because we can do a level 4 through, since we have Edgy in the sources. Here's where I actually mess up with this. I did not actually declare like exactly where I was attacking at the beginning of this, because it was like halfway through this entire process when I realized, oh, I can do this combo of gaining to Fenrir right now. And so I did not actually declare the exact target of my attack. This is like me telling my opponent, I should have declared on War X, but I didn't, so we both have the understanding that I'm just attacking you, the player. So that's exactly what's happening, is I'm just attacking him, the player. We are going to Alliance here, and we do unsuspend because of Fenriloogamon. We're going to hit another BT1 tie, which is unfortunate, but it's not the end of the world. It does mean that this WarGreymon X antibody is just doing a lot of checks. But yeah, also that whole little tidbit of the Helllugar and whatnot, I forgot to resolve the Fenriloogamon that was played out from Fenrir's effect. So we're just quickly fixing that. It's exactly how I would have done it. And like I said, it is a mandatory thing. My apologies. So my opponent is winning the WarGreymon X antibody, going to pierce through the Fenriloogamon. First check is a wisdom training, and then it's nothing really. It's a black Godamon and I believe a Fenrir. But that does give my opponent 8 whole memory to work with. He does still have a training, and he does have the BT12 tie to work with as well. Going to go into the black Agumon X antibody. Grab the metal. Going into BT12 Greymon, using the tie to gain back the 1 memory, so only costing 1 in total. But since my opponent is not really able to swing or anything here, I don't feel super threatened. He's realizing that he could have cleared my board a little bit more. I don't think it realistically would have mattered. He would have, I think, popped one more body, but that still would have left me 2 bodies. So it's kind of like just donezoed for my opponent here. He's going to pop the Loogamon since it's the biggest body, and I think that's what he was worried about. Go into secret rare Greymon. I remind him that it's still a 4 cost, so 4 -2. But I believe he's just going to evolve in the back past turn here, and that'll be all she wrote. So hey guys, thanks for watching. Comment, like, subscribe, and I will catch you next time. We're just going to swing on out. Bye bye.